They never traded guitar licks, but for a hot minute in the early 90s, these two icons of different worlds clashed harder than a stadium encore. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating feuds in rock history, Axl Rose versus Kurt Cobain, the fight that never made it to the stage, but burned through interviews, headlines, and one unforgettable showdown backstage. Guns N' Roses were still flying high. Stadium tours, chart-topping ballads, leather, pyro excess. And right behind them, like a wave of raw rebellion, came Nirvana, breaking down the doors of glam rock and ushering in a dirtier, grittier grunge. But here's the twist. Axl Rose was a fan. Seriously. He talked up Nevermind in interviews, called Nirvana cool, even tried to bring them out as openers for the Guns N' Roses and Metallica co-headlining tour in 1992. Kurt Cobain, not impressed, not even a little. In interviews, he threw subtle, not so subtle shade. Fast forward to the 1992 MTV Video Music Awards, Kurt and Courtney Love were backstage, baby Frances Bean in tow, when in walked Axl Rose and his towering entourage. Courtney, never one to shy away, shouted out sarcastically, "Axl, will you be the godfather of our child?" Now, Axl had already accused the couple of being junkies at a show in Orlando, citing rumors and a now infamous Vanity Fair article about Courtney's drug use during pregnancy. Cobain spoke about the altercation backstage. Cobain said, "He just stopped dead in his tracks and started screaming at us all these abusive words. He told me I should shut my bitch up, and so I looked over at Courtney and said, 'Shut up, bitch,' and everyone started howling in laughter and Axl just kind of blushed and ran away." But the drama didn't stop there. After Nirvana's performance of Lithium at the VMAs, Grohl got in on the action by shouting, "Hi, Axl."
Guns N' Roses night.
Apparently there was something big, I don't know, almost a punch-out out by the trailers.
Axl walked by and Courtney and I just jokingly said, "Axl, will you be the godfather of our child?" You know, we're just joking around, and he turned around and started pointing his finger, and it was really aggressive and mean, like threatening to beat me up and stuff, and I couldn't help but laugh because I haven't been in that kind of a situation since I was in 6th grade.
During an interview, Nirvana member Chris Novoselic had recalled the incident.
Were on tour with Metallica at the time, and this was about a week before the 1992 MTV Video Music Awards happened, the infamous awards where Axl and Kurt got into it backstage. So it was about a week before that. Guns were playing in Orlando, and Axl took some time to go off on Nirvana and alternative bands. He said he was basically criticizing alternative bands at the time, like some of those grunge bands, for not wanting to be famous and have a lot of people enjoy their music, and basically saying how he didn't understand that. And then he also referred to Kurt and Courtney as junkies and thinking that their babies should be taken away from them and they should basically be locked up in jail. And that's kind of all that Axl really said at that show, referring to Nirvana and the grunge bands.
Said some mean things, and then when we were at the MTV Music Awards, Kurt and Courtney said something to him. Like, I think Kurt was holding their baby, and Courtney said, like, "Axl, you're going to be the godfather. You're going to be the godfather." And he got mad, and he told him to shut up. And then one thing led to another. It's really silly. And then we said some nasty things about him at this show in Portland, Oregon. It was a benefit show for the No on 9, this measure that was going to discriminate against homosexuals in Oregon. Some fascist law, you know what I mean? Franco would have been proud.